Welcome to this week's episode, everybody. I know it's been a while. Lots of stuff has happened, and not many good games have come out. So I've been a bit not been able to really talk about much. But that being said, big games came out, and that was Sniper Elite Resistance and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I'll be talking about those two. Mainly because one of them is quite a short review. And you'll see why. I'm here and still gaming, so let's talk about the news. So GTA 6, Take-Two's top brass is at it again, dropping their cryptic statements like they're running a spy agency. The PC version of GTA 6, we love PC, they say, it's important, they insist, but will they actually confirm a release date? Not yet. But rumor has it that it is going to be on the PC, but they're not saying. They're playing hard to get, and gamers are in a bad relationship with them because PC gamers lose sleep over this. Because it's a bit shit that they always release the PC version a year later, which means I'm going to have to buy a console to play this game. Like I did Red Dead Redemption 2, where I bought an Xbox Series S when it came out on release day, finished the game, and then sold the Xbox on eBay. So meanwhile, console players are sitting back with popcorn enjoying the show. The real question is, why is Rockstar so scared of just saying yes to releasing on PC? Probably because the PC models will break the game before launch. And yeah, it's just fucking Rockstar every time. We always suffer as PC gamers. I mean, fortunately, GTA used to be a PlayStation exclusive, and then it moved over to PlayStation and Xbox, and finally PC as well. That being said, I think Grand Theft Auto 2 was on the PC and 1 and PlayStation, but they used to release it on PC and then suddenly it became PlayStation only when I think it hit Grand Theft Auto 3. Anyway, moving on, Roblox is kind of growing up. The digital babysitter for millions of kids is putting some serious restrictions on social hangouts. Goodbye chaotic online playgrounds, and hello slightly more controlled chaos. And this is pretty bad because I did have a bit of a scary moment the other day with my daughter because someone was asking how old she was on the chat thing, and it's unnecessary because no one needs to know how old she is in Roblox. So yeah, I have to really teach my kids about cyber safety. Hopefully this means for parents that they'll be wiping tears of joy off their keyboards. But even so, Roblox, of course, gets name-dropped in an SEC investigation, which is not exactly the flex they were hoping for. So what does it mean? This corporate drama incoming, potential lawsuits, maybe even a dramatic courtroom scene where a lawyer shouts, "Your Honor, my client is just a bunch of blocky avatars." So we'll see where this mess goes. So good for Roblox for putting some serious restrictions on those chat rooms, but bad because they're having an SEC investigation done. So yeah, not very positive for the Roblox team. Anyway, Nintendo Switch 2. They gave a microscopic, nearly invisible update on the Switch 2 pricing and demand. Basically, people want it and they know it, and they're keeping the price info locked up like the secret Krabby Patty formula. I had a Krabby Patty at Wendy's. It was really nice, actually. It wasn't a fish burger. So they like to, obviously, Nintendo like to keep these things mysterious, but at the point, the fans are starting to look like crazed conspiracy theorists, connecting red string between leaked patents and wild speculation. Is it going to be $400, $500, a full month's rent? Who knows? The only thing we do know is that the second pre-orders go live, the internet will crash, scalpers will rise, and the cycle of Nintendo fandom will continue. If the price is good, a lot of people will buy this console. And that's the worrying thing, is that with console prices the way they are, they can't justify a price tag that's a PlayStation 5, because the PlayStation 5 is a powerhouse versus what's coming out on the Switch. Switch is going to be good, but it's not going to be good as a PlayStation or Xbox. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic is getting a physical release for the Switch. So this is perfect for people who still dream about charging $20 for people to piss, and also sending coaster cars flying into oblivion. It's a beautiful, chaotic game, and now for some reason it's getting a physical edition. Doesn't really make sense, but of course we'll buy it, so expect a sudden rise in pixelated theme park disasters and thousands of people realizing they actually suck at managing money while running a theme park. Loved this game. Roller Coaster Tycoon is one of the old favorites I've had. And then Planet Coaster. I haven't played the second one because it's had really bad reviews. But we'll see. Maybe I will play the second one at some point. We all know that there was a PSN outage not too long ago, and some PlayStation users are getting flashbacks to 2011, with, of course, Sony is being as transparent as mud. Nothing to see here, they say, but some customers aren't buying it. And of course you can't blame them, because Sony has a history of keeping their lips sealed when things go sideways. So are they covering up a security fuck-up, or is it just routine maintenance gone wrong? Of course, either way, people want answers, and Sony needs to give us those answers, because the last time people found out, they were not happy. But anyway, that's enough of the news. So moving on to Sniper Elite Resistance. And it is a masterclass in how to fuck up a franchise. So where do we even start with this one? Sniper Elite Resistance is like the gaming equivalent of a microwaved lasagna from a petrol station. Cheap, uninspired, and likely to leave you feeling regretful. Right, let's... This is a fucking fuck up. Let's talk about the levels. If you've played Sniper Elite 4, you're going to have some serious deja vu. Because, I shit you not, they straight up recycled the maps. Sniping Germans off a bridge, been there, done that, Sniper Elite Italy called, and wants its missions back. And that's not all. Their voice acting, or lack thereof, is bad when the only sound in a dramatic cutscene is a grunt from a random German soldier as planes fly overhead. So he's looking through his binoculars and he literally points at the planes and goes, "Ugh." Doesn't say anything, just goes, "Ugh." It's just comical in a game that's supposed to be serious. It feels like they couldn't even be asked to hire voice actors, so they just had one guy in the office make grunt noises into a mic. A bit like I'm doing, so they could have used my voice. There it is one more time. You can put that in the game. Now the AI, moving on to this. Oh, AI. I remember when AI was this bad, I'm pretty sure it was on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. Because how hard is it when you've had some good games to really fuck this up? You can literally sprint up to an enemy, stand in front of them, wave, do a little dance, and maybe, just maybe they'll turn around and notice you 5 minutes later. And when they do, half the time, they'll miss their shots anyway. It's like someone programmed them using a potato. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I shit you not, for a sniper game, to be able to run with a machine gun mowing everyone down quite easily is gobsmacking. And then there's the movement mechanics. So suddenly the main character is climbing vines like he's Lara fucking Croft. This is supposed to be a tactical shooter, not an Uncharted knockoff. Nothing screams realism like watching a hardened sniper turn into a jungle gymnast mid-mission. I swear I half expected him to start wall running. And another achievement the game somehow manages to do is the gunplay is somehow both janky and unsatisfying, making each kill feel less like a calculated sniper shot and more like a poorly executed carnival game. The weapons feel weightless, the bullet physics are all over the place, and let's not even mention the laughable stealth mechanics. I tried sneaking into a Nazi base only to realize that standing directly in front of a soldier didn't register suspicious behavior until I literally shot his friend next to him. And did I also mention that weapon customization is not there anymore to the point where it used to be? So that's gone. So thank you, Rebellion, for that. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Sniper Elite franchise. Up until Sniper Elite Zombies, I have enjoyed all of them. And I wanted to like this game, and I tried to like this game. But by the third level, I wasn't stopped by difficulty. I was stopped by sheer fucking boredom. The pacing is a mess. The mission design is more repetitive than an Ubisoft open world checklist. And the only real challenge is trying to stay awake while playing it. I'd rather watch paint dry than finish this garbage fire. It's a real shame because Sniper Elite used to be solid, but here they really, really fucked it up. It's as if they took everything people loved about the series and threw it into a bin so they could make a half-assed budget tier cash grab. So if you're thinking about playing Sniper Elite Resistance, don't go replay Sniper Elite 4 instead. At least then you won't feel like you wasted your life. Final verdict, this game is shockingly shit for what it's supposed to be. Not all is bad news. Another game that has recently released is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And going from playing less than 10 hours in Sniper Elite, actually probably less than 5, Kingdom Come Deliverance currently clocks at 64 hours, and I haven't fully finished the game yet. Even though some streamers are on like their third or fourth playthrough, I don't have time to finish these games. It's such a big game. But anyway, let's dive in to the medieval madness that is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This game is a roller coaster of brutality, humor, and sheer unforgiving gameplay that'll have you cursing and laughing in equal measure. A noble start, or so you think. You kick off as a noble knight in all shiny armor and lofty ideals. But hold your horses. Literally within the first hour, your pervy tendencies lead you to spy on some bathing maidens. Classic move, right? Except while you're indulging your inner creep, your entire troop gets slaughtered, and talk about instant karma. And don't worry, this is pretty much spoiler free. It's only going to be the first hour of gameplay that might be spoiled. You've still got well over 60 hours and plus. And if that's not enough, you then head over to a medieval castle where literal shit gets thrown in your lord's face. So welcome to Bohemia, where the Middle Ages are as unforgiving as your ex on a bad day. And by the way, that all happens in just the tutorial. And then you get thrown to the wolves in nothing but your underwear. Because after the tutorial, the game strips you down to your skivvies and basically says, fuck off, good luck not dying. And when you think, I've got a sword, I can handle this, wrong. The first bandit you encounter doesn't just kill you, he tears you a new asshole. Multiple new ones, actually. You'll be reloading saves more times than you did in Baldur's Gate 3 when the dice hated you. But the game offers a smorgasbord of morally questionable activities. Want to smother a noble in their sleep, rob them blind, and leave their balls dangling in the wind? Go for it. I know I do, and I love it. Feel like butchering a man's dog, telling him you did it, and then feeding the meat to your own mutt? Why not? Because that's what I did too. I'm literally just reiterating what I've done in this game, and it makes me feel like an arsehole, but I love it. And speaking of your dog, he's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Couple of hits, and he's off running with the tail between his legs. And thanks for nothing. And his name is Mutt. But one of the great game mechanics here is the suspicion, because it usually equals screwed. If you act even slightly suspicious, and the town folks will be on you faster than a Karen on a manager. But get ready to cry with laughter because the humor is on point. Though can someone explain why a maiden in medieval Europe sounds like she's from Jamaica? Because some of the voices were clearly AI generated, but honestly, that adds to the game's quirky charm. And if you're trying to rob places and someone sees you sneaking around outside and you go and rob someone, you will be blamed for stealing, even though no one saw you. So you literally have to sneak into a town without anyone seeing you, rob places, and then get out. In terms of bugs, there are a few, of course. It's a huge game, but nothing game-breaking. And yes, you can Skyrim your horse over some rocks, defying the laws of physics, which I love to do. And let's not forget the gambling, a dice game that's as addictive as it is infuriating. I am utter rubbish at it, but I can't stop playing, and it takes fucking ages to finish a game. The world itself is ridiculously immersive, with NPCs actually reacting to your actions in meaningful ways. Try walking into town covered in blood and see how many people suddenly decide you're a menace. The swordplay is unforgiving but rewarding, forcing you to think like a real medieval warrior instead of just button mashing your way through fights. And that also comes down to stealth, because you have normal armor and you have stealth armor. If you're wearing normal armor, they can hear you jingling all the way down the corridor. But if you're wearing stealth armor, it's the complete opposite. You can literally sprint past them, skipping, screaming, and everything. One of the great charms of the game is you can do missions however you want to do them. And the economy is brutal. Doesn't matter where you go. So in the beginning, you have fuck all money. And when you think you have enough, you then move on to a bigger city and you have nowhere near enough. You can't afford anything. So if you want that fancy sword or suit of armor, you better be ready to grind, steal, or hustle. Money isn't just handed to you, and everything from the weapons to your clothes needs upkeep. So you have to either go to cobblers, blacksmiths, armorers, tailors to get your kit repaired. But also, the blacksmithing is great because you actually partake in it. Won't spoil too much, but you literally make the swords, and it's great fun. And so is alchemy. Takes a while, but that's good as well. Very immersive RPG. So if you thought Dark Souls made you work for victories, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 makes you work just to stay alive. So in conclusion, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a brutal, hilarious, and thoroughly engaging action RPG. I haven't enjoyed a game this much since The Witcher 3, and that's saying something. It's a fantastic start to 2025 in gaming, assuming we all pretend Sniper Elite Resistance never happened, which is unfortunate that it even released. So yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance is probably up for Game of the Year already. Yes, Grand Theft Auto 6 will release, but I think it releases too late to be considered for Game of the Year because I think they're September, early October. But if GTA 6 doesn't make the cut for it, this game I think will. So it's great that they've made such a good game. The DLC that's coming is, the first one I think is free, and genuinely it's just a great game. You know, it's not perfect, no game is, but I highly recommend it. I think it's got a 99% rating on Steam, and you can play it however you want. So 100% recommend it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, everybody. Fuck knows what I'm going to talk about next week because I'm still playing Kingdom Come Deliverance and I don't know if I'll finish it in time. Obviously, Civilization 7 that released on the 11th of February, but I'm not a big Civilization fan, but I might give it a go. But I am looking forward to Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and as well as 2 Point Museum. So the same people who made 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point, what is it, the university one. So there are a few good games coming this month. And then, of course, I think Assassin's Creed comes out next month. Hopefully that's not too much of a disaster, but who knows? Well, I mean, can it be as bad as Sniper Elite Resistance? For the price Sniper Elite Resistance charged, if they'd just charged like a DLC price of like £5, that would have been fine. But anyway, I digress, and hopefully I will have finished Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and we'll have something else in the pipeline. So until the next episode, everyone, be safe and enjoy gaming.